This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, collection modules. It is one of the module in Python which will act as an alternative to the list, det, set, and the tuple that we have already known. See, we have seen the data structures. What are they? It is list, tuple, dictionary, and a set. But those have their limitations, right? If you want to find out a list element, how do you do it? If you are having a list of 1, 2, 3, 4, you want to find out the number 2, how will you do that?
Small loop condition.
Okay, no, I don't want to pass through Pawan. I want to find out the element 2. The list is 1, 2, 3, 4. How will you do that?
Search.
Index of 2.
Okay.
L of 1 would give me 2 because 2 is at the index 1, correct?
Yeah.
So similarly in a tuple, if you are having 1, 2, 3, 4, if I want to get the second element, I should have written t of 1, which is the second index. The answer would be 2, correct?
Yeah.
So there is some limitation. If you want to find out, okay, directly suppose a list is of Sachin, Virat Kohli, Dravid. So if you want to call Dravid, there is no such thing wherein you call L of Dravid that you will get the answer as Dravid. But the thing is, you have to parse the index all the time. So what there is a limitation. I don't know which index Dravid is located at. I don't know in an Excel sheet where a particular ID is sitting at. Correct?
Yeah.
So there are few limitations. To overcome such kind of limitations, there are few collections in Python. After listening to this, you might say, okay, this is not something new and which I don't feel like it is being really useful. Yes, I would say yes. Other than this counter and the chain map, I doubt the other things being useful. Okay. So let's see. Let's see what these are. So this is a plain tuple wherein it is 10, 11, 12, 13. If I write plain tuple of 0, the answer is 10. If I write plain tuple of 3, the answer is 13. Correct? So if you see this example, this is understandable, right? Whatever is there in this gray part.
Yeah.
Okay. So what if I want to find out Goa of number? I want to know it is 2. What if I want to write apple of number? Answer should be 5. Apple of variety, Granny Smith, something like that I should get. So can I do that in a tuple? Yes, you can do. You can use named tuples. So what you have to do, no? The syntax is if you want to store a fruit, you have to write it as fruit is equal to named tuple of the fruit default object, and then whatever characteristics you want to put. Okay, if you want to, for a fruit, you want to put the characteristics of number, variety, color separated by space and define it within a single quote. Okay, if you want to define characteristics for a student, you want to know his marks, then you can write student comma roll number, maths, physics, chemistry, English, Telugu, something like that. It's up to you. So then you can store, okay, Abhishek is equal to student of roll number 1, then maths is equal to some 90, social is equal to some 70, something like that you can write, and then Naga is equal to student number 2, then is marks, then Pawan is equal to student number 3, then his marks. So once you define like this, no, you can call like this, Abhishek dot of roll number, Naga dot of roll number, something like that you can do. Goa dot of color, apple dot of variety. So this will give you an advantage over a normal tuple where you are calling only by index. Here you can call by a characteristic. Understood or any question? just to see this thing and take 2 minutes.
So you yourself is writing which index is it?
Correct.
Hmm. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Pawan.
Yeah.
Okay. This counter would be useful, man, more than this named tuple and all. See, counter, when you apply on a particular string or a list or a sentence, right, it will give you how many times a particular element or how many times a particular word is present. See, that is useful. If you are having an Excel sheet column, you are storing it into a list or a tuple.
Okay.
Then, if you want to know how many times a particular order is there, a particular variety of order is there, then it will give you like A was ordered 4 times, C was ordered 4 times. So this counter is useful more than anything. So how to do that? From collections import counter, then count C is equal to counter of, if I write this random string and print C, this is the answer that you would get.
Okay.
Okay. If you want to
So
do it over a list, yeah.
how is it ordered?
Ordered means,
Ascending, descending.
okay. No. It's about the number of times a particular element is present. So the highest would
Just
be
the
written first.
highest. Okay. Always the highest is first.
Correct. So here the answer is wrong. If you see list of 5, 6, 1, 7, and you put it in a counter, the answer would be 1 is present 2 times, 5 is present 3 times, and 9 is present 2 times. So you understood, no?
Yeah.
A particular number is present how many times? The answer is wrong here. Is that okay?
Yeah.
This one? Okay. If you do for a sentence, most probably in an interview, basic question, they'll tell you how, they'll give you a string, they'll tell you split it and then tell me how many times this word is present or how many times every word is present. So this is how you do it. The lazy dog jumped over another lazy dog. Here, he's storing it into a letter called s. Then word on this variable of s is splitting by space. Then counter of words. He is passing these words into this counter. Now, then the answer is another is getting returned 1 time. Dog is getting returned 2 times. Jumped is 1 time. Lazy is 2 time. Over is 1 time. The is 1 time.
So if you want to know how many of distinct words are there, like another dog jumped, lazy, over, the, right?
Hmm.
So 6 words.
Mm-hmm.
Just want to know like how many distinct
This is a
words are
dictionary.
there.
This is a dictionary.
Okay.
You want keys. Words dot keys.
Okay.
Okay.
Then I would be getting all the keys, right? I don't want
Hmm.
all the keys. I just want the count of distinct keys. Like here we are counting how many times a word has been repeated or how many times a word is present, right?
Mm-hmm.
I just want to know like how many distinct keys we have.
That's what, no, boss. Another is coming one time only. Dog is also
No.
coming one time only.
So
Dog,
no.
even it is coming 2 times. Key is only one time. No?
Yeah, so how many keys we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 keys, right?
Hmm.
So I just want to get a number 6.
Okay. So then what you can do, count of words of keys. Then that you will get the answer.
Okay. So we can always get from the counter function all kinds of things. Okay.
Correct. Once you convert into a basic list or a tuple or a set, it will automatically able to retrieve.
Okay.
Yes, Nagaraju?
Yeah.
This is on a, suppose you are writing a counter, you are defining A 3 times, B 2 times, C 1 time, D minus 2 times. When you write something negative or a 0, that won't be represented in a element. Obviously, there is no negative representation of a number. No, even though you write something like this, the element won't come in. So
Okay.
when you define a counter to be like this, yes,
No. Okay.
C dot of elements, you will get this answer. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, this one, if you wanted to know the most common elements, the most common 3 within this string, this sentence, the most common are lazy, dog, and the random one the, because randomly it has picked you up the next time if you run it might give you over also. It is present one time, right? So lazy, dog, the, if you put most common of 1, then it would say only lazy or a dog. Understood why is most
Yeah.
common used?
Yeah.
Nagaraju?
Mm. Lazy dog. Most common of N. Equal to lazy dog. No, I did not get it.
Okay. So this you understood, no? This string is holding the lazy dog jumped over another lazy dog. We are storing it into variable s. Once you split the variable s using space, what will happen? The comma lazy comma dog comma jump comma over comma another comma lazy comma dog.
Okay.
So when you put most common on this, what will happen? It will check one word is present how many times.
Mm-hmm.
When you write to most common of 3, the first most common among this is lazy or dog. Lazy is present 2 times, dog is also present 2 times, correct?
Okay.
and the next most common is because the is getting sequenced first. What is happening? The one time.
Okay.
Okay,
But
the
why,
most common three elements are these three.
why 3 bracket?
You see, when you want three elements, that's why you are writing three. If you would have wanted two, you will write two.
Okay.
That is
Count.
just a representation.
Okay.
Okay.
Hmm.
Next, on the counter, you can use all these objects, but just have a look at this. We will go through the next one then. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, wonderful. See, you guys know a dictionary, right? The plain dictionary. Apple of 300, Goa of 200. If you write fruits of Goa, it will give you 200.
Yeah.
Or if you are having anything you call the key, you will get the result.
Yeah.
But if a key is not at all present, suppose here fruits is equal to apple, Goa, mango. I don't have mango here. I will write fruits of mango. What will happen? It will throw me error, right? Key
Yes.
error.
Yeah.
Correct. Something like
Yeah.
this. Key error it will throw.
Yeah.
So instead of getting this key error, no, there is something called default dict. If you define a dictionary to be a default dict, D is equal to default dict of some random object, then when you write, even though the element is not present, this dictionary doesn't hold anything. This is just a plain dictionary which is having D is equal to flower bracket in behind. When you write it as default dict of object, and when you write print of D of A, if the key is not present, it will tell you this is an object stored in this default dictionary, but it will not tell you key error. Okay.
Okay.
So what is the use of this means? Okay, even though you don't have a key defined, it will not throw you an error. But if you want to add the key later point in time, then you can write D of A is equal to 100, D of B is equal to 200. You can write like that. Okay. But in a normal dictionary, if a key is not present, then it will tell you this error. To overcome these errors, we will use default dictionary. Okay, na Nagaraju?
Yeah.
Okay. Next, order dictionary. I think we have seen this example other day. Okay, order dictionary is nothing but banana, apple, pear, orange, right? So you have defined banana first, apple second, pear third, orange fourth, right? So when you store this into an order dictionary, it will remember the order of the sequence of this particular key. Okay, and the order cannot be changed anymore.
Okay.
Okay, so what will happen? Banana will always be in the first position. If you pop out banana, no, and you write banana at the last, you define again banana is equal to 4. Banana will go to the fourth position, but it will not come back to the first position. Okay.
Why it will not come?
Because order is there. You once you remove this element, that's it. The dictionary will change to 3 elements only. That is apple, pear, orange.
Okay.
And if you add banana again, it will go to the fourth position because now banana is not there in this dictionary.
Okay.
It will forget. Once you remove, that's it. It's gone. Apple will go to first position. Pear will go to second position. Orange will go to third position. Now once you add it again, banana will go to the fourth position, whichever the position is new again. Okay.
Okay.
So if you want to sort it basing on key, then you have to write. We'll see the lambda. I just don't want to take the lambdas. Okay. There is something called as deck in Python, boss. We'll see what is deck. This is almost similar like a list. You will tell why this is useful. I don't know. They will say it is memory efficient, but I doubt we see that memory efficiency. Okay. So deck of 1, 2, 3. When you write a list, you write it into a deck. It will say 1, 2, 3. It will come represent as a normal list only. You want to append something into a deck, you will write it as whatever the variable name, append of 4. It will go and sit at the last position. Okay. If you append left, it will go and sit in the first position. Okay. If you want to pop, the last element will be removed. Okay. Now once you append 6 here, what will happen? 6 will go and sit in the first position. You append 4 at the back, it will go and sit at the fourth position. Now this list will look like 6, 1, 2, 3, 4. Once you pop, no, the last element 4 will get popped. Okay. So let me take the Jupyter. Okay. Suppose my deck is this. With to that I am adding. Okay, let me remove this so that confusion. Last element is 6. No. Once I append, 4 will go and sit. Okay.
No.
Then I append 6 to the left. 6 will come and sit at the starting. If I run pop, no, the last element will be removed.
Okay.
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 So this is very similar to list. Do you agree with me? List which we have learned. You guys remove, insert, pop, delete, remove.
Yeah. Yeah.
Deck is almost similar to list, but the only thing is like they say it is memory efficient. I don't know how. That's the thing. It's up to you whether you want to use a deck or a list. I will leave it up to you in practical scenario, but that is the thing. Okay. So suppose let's take a deck. We will see few more objects on that. Okay. Okay, this deck is holding 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 6. Okay. When you write this, no, deck of index 4 from the second element to the fifth element. You find me the 4 number if it is present between the element 2 to 5. When I run this, yes, it found it, but it found it at the fourth position 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. But if I write 1 between 2 to 5, one is not in queue, even though it is there. Okay. If I don't write anything, it is at the 0th index. Did you understand what is happening?
If we write 6, so it would say it's at the last.
Okay. Does 6 fall under this 2 to 5 range? Okay. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
No.
Okay. Correct. If you include the 6th element,
Then it would come out. Okay.
0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then also it is not there. The last one is exclude. Now it will be there.
Okay.
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 If you don't write anything, just parse. You want to find the index of this one, just say, it will tell you. Okay, here 3 is present 2 times, it will give you the first representation. Okay, is that okay?
Okay.
If you want to insert a number 4 into this, I will insert number 3, number 10. Let's see. That is the third index. What happened? Insert 10. Okay, I get the problem. Okay, now insert here. It's just a bit reverse of the list element. Index and then the object. So at the 4th index, I want to insert the object 10. Okay. 4th index or the 5th position, you insert the object 10. It has inserted. Is that okay?
Yep.
Okay. So if within this deck you want to count how many times 3 is present, okay, then you should write count of 3. If you want to remove the element 3, 1 3 is gone. Here. The first most 3 is gone.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you only tell me whether this is practically implementable or list was a better scenario or deck is a better scenario.
We could perform all these operations on the over the list as well, right? So
Yes, correct.
Deck will be only dictionary because memory
No. Deck or a list. Dictionary is different. Deck or a list. Deck or a list, it is same.
Okay.
I leave it up to you. If you want to use deck, you can use. They're saying it is more memory efficient. It's up to you. In practical scenario, I'll leave it up to you. Okay. I think we have seen this chain map. You are having 2 dictionaries. You are having dictionary, adding dictionary 1, 2. The answer would be this one. The same Geek for Geeks example we have taken. B is equal to 2, A is equal to 1, C is equal to 4, B is equal to 3. The dictionary will get combined. And then if you write dictionary of chain of keys, all the keys will get combined. If you add values, all the values will get combined. But here, whatever, if B is present 2 times, the first occurrence of it will be taken into consideration, not the second occurrence of it. Okay. Understood or not?
yeah.
Okay. That's what I had it for today, man. So these are the things which are present under collections, which are more useful. I leave it up to you whether you want to use this in practical scenario or I would use a list to tuple dictionary set. It's up to you. but I always go with list tuple dictionary set. Those are sufficient for me. Hardly I use counter. These all I doubt. Okay.
Okay.
Chalo then. We'll meet up tomorrow then.
Okay.
Okay. Right,
Thank you.
Pawan.
Bye.
Right, Nagaraj. Bye bye. Take care, man.
Yeah, you too.
Bye bye.